Kyle, that was a real game of two halves, unfortunately, today.
Yeah, definitely, mate. I think first kick-off, to defend what we did, get a trap deep in their area, and then we made some really easy meters. I thought, oh, we're on, like it's target, and then obviously, I don't even know how to say it. Just the usual happened. We seemed to capitulate a little bit. I don't know whether we were nervous, whether we thought, oh God, it's going a bit too good for us here, type of thing, or what. And then get to 22-0 at 20-minute mark or somewhere around there, and then. Yeah, it's just not, you just don't give yourself a chance to win games. That being said, we almost did. Like you said, it's a tale of two halves. We scored some really nice creative tries, what we've been asking for. Generally challenging them areas for the majority of the time we had the ball. But then the sort of like the first 20 and then sort of 5-10 minutes in the second half where we got a little bit twitchy again and started just going a bit more orthodox, which doesn't really suit us, obviously, give them a bit of a chance. But yeah, definitely proud of the way they came back to score that many points after being 22-0 down.
Yeah. I know you're not going to be happy with the going 22-0 down bit, but it's got to be pleasing in the way that we managed to get back into that game in that first half and scored a couple of tries just before half time, and that gave us that little bit of foothold then to go and do what we did in that second half, where we came within 10 minutes or so of winning it.
Yeah, 1,000,000%, mate. There was some big battles in that game, like you said, and taking that first 20 out of it, the way that the boys tasked themselves and stuck to plan, used the ball, created some advantage, and obviously made their defence move, and then we challenged them. First class, it's what we asked for. The frustrating bit is obviously that's the game plan for the full 80. Yeah. I understand, and we understand that there's stuff you can't control in life, never mind games, and you're going to have them purple patches where you're a bit under pressure, but we just need to make it where it's not, for now the next goal is not making it, it's not 20 minutes, it's not 20 points. If we're going to have an error, it might be a little bit shorter cycle, and then we know how to get back up and we build with it and start with a bit more belief. And again, we'll go away and coaches and players will look at how we can prepare a little bit better if it's something to do with that, or if it's something to do with warm-up, and we'll just keep adapting until we find the solution.
Yeah. That second half, it did seem as though the game was played in one direction, and it's just one of those things, I think, is chasing the game. Doncaster then get that breakaway and really put that game to bed towards the back end and get that score. Was that just a case of, because we're behind, we are chasing a little bit, and that those things can happen and seal a game for a side?
Potentially, like I say regular to the boys, and then when we chat, I want them to go play and take calculated risks. Some of that obviously gives them an opportunity in them areas, if they're not an high percentage play, but that being said, some of it could also be that first 20, like we've just alluded to. It could be that, or it probably, in my opinion, is that we're just not quite first at ball anymore because we just don't have the energy, because we have sacrificed a lot of lateral movement and a lot of meters in our legs that we didn't really need to give. But yeah, I mean, fair play, they came up with a try when it mattered, obviously, at the end. But like I said, going back to us, we dealt with some adversity today, as we always do and every team does. And I'm pleased that we got through the majority of it. Obviously, we lost an half back to a potential medical assessment and whatever else, and it threw everyone in different positions, and some people played massive minutes and then other people had big involvements in the minutes that we're on. So they dealt with what we're asking them to do. We are growing as a unit, they're growing and maturing as players, and I just want us to keep understanding and believing in themselves. Any
other injury concerns after today?
No, not massive ones. Like I said, a lot of it's just beat up with obviously 20 games into a season, training, and some of the physical side of the games that we're having to work on means we're obviously having to implement more of them in the week than bodies might like. That being said, we're working pretty hard on making sure we can be as ready as we can, but we understand that performance has got to come first, and we've got to do the work to get to that level of performance. But we're fairly confident that obviously a couple of bans run out as well now, so if there is any concerns midweek, then we'll be able to assess them and move forward in the right direction.
Well, commiserations on today. We'll look forward to York at home next weekend.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers.